Hey guys, this is Bridgett here from theradiantmompreneur.com, and today I wanted to do a part 1 review of the book Discovering Your Soul Signature, and it was written by Panache Desai. I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but it's Desai, D-E-S-A-I, if you want to look him up. There should be a link below that you can find this book on Amazon as well. I'm doing this, some books that I review I do in part 1 and part 2, and the reason is because sometimes I take my time getting through a book, and when I'm halfway through, a lot of times my mind is kind of reeling with what I'm hearing or learning, or I start to have a lot of emotion about what I'm reading and learning, or a lot of thoughts about it, and I want to go ahead and get that recorded while I'm having that feeling about it, so I can go ahead and share. And then a lot of times by the time I've completed the book, I have a new perspective on it. You know, it feels more comprehensive, and I've got a different kind of takeaway than I had halfway through. So anyway, this book, Discovering Your Soul Signature, I'm really loving it. And I'll tell you, a lot of my books, 95% of the books I read these days, I don't really read. I actually do Audible on Amazon, and I do that, I guess since becoming a mom, it's really shifted how I read books. But so I listen in the car a lot, and I love it. And what I really like is when I get an Audible book, you never really know sometimes you can sample it on Amazon, but you never really know what the voice is going to be that you're listening to. A lot of times it's the author, which I usually like, and some voices are really soothing more so than others. I love to listen to Wayne Dyer's voice when he reads his books, and Panache Desai reads his book as well. And he has a wonderful voice to listen to. And for the subject matter, which is really very tender, it's really about your soul and your inner being, this is a really nice voice to listen to. I found Panache Desai from finding a YouTube channel called Buddha at the Gas Pump. I think that's what it is, Buddha at the Gas Pump. And he was interviewed on there, and I just instantly connected with him, instantly liked him. So I went out and got his book straight away. So this book is actually set up to be listened to day by day. It's a 33-day kind of program that you would listen to morning, noon, and night. And to be honest with you, I'm not listening to it in the way it was intended. So ideally, you would either read the book, or you would listen to a small section in the morning, a small section at noon, and a small section in the evening. And I can see why it's set up this way, because as I'm listening to it, it gives you time for reflection. And it's kind of, especially the nighttime part of it is very calming and reflective, and kind of eases you into settling down. So I would imagine that would help you to sleep and to have really good positive feelings generated as you're going to sleep, or for the morning to have those feelings as your intention is kind of setting your day. So I may go back when I'm finished and do it the right way and listen to it the way it's intended. But for right now, I've really just been listening to it in my car as I've been going about life, and it's even doing it that way, it's been really, really wonderful. What I've learned so far that's different about a lot of other books I listen to is it's very moving. It's a very moving book, and it's not something about like there's nothing wrong with books that are like discover your passion, discover your purpose. Those are great, topics as well. But the difference in this book, Discovering Your Soul Signature, is, man, it's really talking about you as a whole person, and very super, super personal, and emotions that we don't deal with a lot. So there's 33 days, there's a lot of emotions that I'm sure he hasn't covered yet as I'm halfway through the book, but some of the things that he's covering are really sensitive, things like guilt and fear and shame and these things that we don't really talk about a lot of times. And he talks about how everyone is experiencing this in their own way, that we're not isolated and on our own in these feelings that we tend to hide away. He talks about how when we're in these moments of joy or peace, that sometimes we have this inner saboteur, he calls it, where there's this flash of this feeling, this emotion that it's all going to be taken away from us, that there's this other shoe we're waiting to drop, and how to quiet that is really having courage. And so this is I would say it's a very soft topic, but it's really it's very deep and very emotional, I think. So I don't think it's fluff. I don't think it's just if you want to just hear something, positive as you're driving or as you're falling asleep at night. It's really much more introspective than that, and perhaps transformational as well. Gives you a lot to contemplate, for sure. And really, I'd recommend this book if you are looking for personal growth and transformation, if you're wanting to develop as a person, if you want some insight into your own soul. If this is of interest to you, this is an excellent book. Again, because I really like his voice in this narration, I would recommend getting the Audible, or it may be available on CD as well. But if you're the kind of person that needs to, if it's a 33-day program and you have to do something morning, noon, and night each day, and you need to read that text in order to comprehend it the way that you prefer, then get the book. But I will be posting part 2 of this book review when I've completed it. I'm looking forward to listening to more, and as I said, I'm really taking my time with it and digesting what he's saying and taking it to heart. So anyway, check this book out. I highly recommend it. Discovering Your Soul Signature by Panache Desai, and the link should be below in the description here or on the blog post if you visit me. Again, I'm Bridgett at theradiantmompreneur.com. Thanks.